This movie sucks. This movie sucks. Look at me in the camera. This movie sucks.
There are moments in this film that you're like, this should be better.
No. Let me tell you my favorite part of this movie. It's boring. I don't care for any of the characters.
No. You know who the best character is?
Who?
The freaking vice president. Because he's a dick.
To admit to his own faults, but learns from it. You're right. He has the most growth. Wow. Welcome back to another episode of Real Chumps, where chatting about movies feels like hanging out with friends. I'm your host, Marcel, and with me as always is my co-host, Danny.
This week we're discussing The Day After Tomorrow, directed by Roland Emmerich and written by Jeffrey Nachmanoff and Roland Emmerich. The film stars Dennis Quaid, Jake Gyllenhaal, Emmy Rossum, Ian Holmes, Stella Ward, and many more.
We are continuing our month of disaster movies, films where the world is falling apart. And next week, we're facing extinction-level stakes with deep impact. This is our last movie for the month of disaster movies. But before we roll the intro, head over to YouTube where you can join our membership for as little as $2.99. Get access to exclusive videos, member-only polls, and chat rooms where you can interact with other movie lovers.
Head over there and smash that subscribe button for free and join the membership if you'd like. So, with that being said,
let's roll that intro.
okay, listen. We're
back.
I had a baby.
Danny had a baby. Congrats. I was going to wear like a shirt that said, I don't know, congrats, Daddy. Or you're a daddy again. But everything felt too sexual, so I didn't.
It was like people were already questioning if we're a freaking couple. I know, you know who I'm talking about. Not only did I have a baby, I literally delivered my own child. I didn't deliver it. I caught the baby.
You caught that baby.
Sadie did 99% of it. I just did the 1% that it goes on the actual the actual birth certificate that I had. I had to put. They had to send. They're like, oh, you had the baby at home. Your husband has to fill out the delivery portion of the birth certificate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
I know, it's legit.
Oh. But congrats, Danny.
Dude.
We took a week off, 2 weeks.
That was just a week. I had the pod. We had recorded. No.
Yeah, no. Of course, no. Definitely no. But we're back.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
That's right. Movie births it's funny because like I'd messaged some people at work. I was super high on adrenaline and I had to drive from my house to the hospital, and I like called my mom and my mother-in-law and whatever. But I was like, I need something more to do. So I was messaging all my work colleagues and you and whatever. And one of my work colleagues was like, Danny, you're literally living a movie. And I'm like, you know what? Kind of was.
I feel like every sitcom in the 90s had an episode where a baby was delivered.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell had one in the elevator.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? As someone who's now experienced an unexpected birth.
Uh-huh.
That was, we were expecting the birth. We were just not planning it to do it at home. Here are Danny's couple tips to know. Number one, do not try to get in the car. Okay? Just have the baby at home. It is way less. Was it stressful? Absolutely. But the concept of trying to help my wife not in the car while we're trying to drive to the hospital, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Crazy. The people out there, that's just like crazy. Second thing, you don't need to worry about doing the umbilical cord. Okay, just call 911. You help catch the baby. You do whatever you need to do. And tell your wife if she's going to like deep contraction. Don't tell her to scream. Tell her to do like lower things, because if they start to scream, it actually, like in the movies, they tense up and it causes complications with trying to push. So if you like groan, grunt, this is from my wife in TikTok. So but I experienced this and I saw it went smoothly. 3 pushes, we're done.
Damn.
Okay, don't freak out. Just take a deep breath. You'll be fine. Statistically, home births often go really well. So there's that.
There are several listeners right now who are like, this is not what I was expecting. from today's episode.
No. Here's the actual the question of the day, though. Okay, so we have Dennis Quaid in this film.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's fictional dad in this film. Okay, if you're going, you have three. You have Dennis Quaid, Jeff Bridges, Liam Neeson, or Bill Murray. Who are you picking for your dad, fictional dad, in this scenario?
Not Bill Murray. Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, Jeff Bridges. No, we're not doing Dennis Quaid because he's part of the movie. But Jeff Bridges, Liam Neeson, Bill Murray.
Not Bill Murray. Liam Neeson, and who was the first? Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
How'd go with Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson's gonna be your fictional dad?
Yeah.
Who's gonna come save you?
Yeah.
Okay, solid choice. Okay. If you are the friend, instead of Jake Gyllenhaal, or you're the friend in the decathlon. Who do you want to be as your teammate? Chris Pine, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Andrew Garfield.
This is them as themselves.
In this fictional, they're playing Jake Gyllenhaal's character.
Okay.
And you're part of the decathlon team. But instead of Jake Gyllenhaal, it's similarly famous person.
So this is them playing the character
Yes.
that Jake Gyllenhaal's playing.
Yes.
So it has nothing to do with Chris Evans'
No.
knowledge.
No. Just
As a deck. Okay.
correct. Just
okay.
in the film, but rather than Jake Gyllenhaal, we're playing one of these other characters. Chris Pine, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Andrew Garfield.
I mean, probably Andrew Garfield.
Right.
I'd hang out with him.
Me too.
Yeah.
I agree. I wasn't gonna put Ryan Gosling on there because I feel like you put Ryan Gosling in there and
2004 Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
solid. Anyways, I was reminded. I was like, who else is Dennis Quaid? I feel like he was trying to replace Brosnan in some I feel like they had weird similar stardom, but he was the dad because he wasn't Cheaper by the Dozens.
Was he in that? I thought that was
Freaking dude! I feel like I forget Dennis Quaid. I'm like, oh yeah, this is Dennis Quaid. This is Dennis Quaid film, but he was
no. Cheaper by the Dozen was what's his face from Murders in the Building.
Oh yeah,
isn't it?
I freaking don't remember. Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Dennis Quaid. I get
Dennis Quaid.
He's got a fantastic film. I always loved Dennis Quaid. Every single one. Far From Heaven. His Frequency. I love Frequency.
You think you love Frequency?
That's right. I like the series. Did you watch the series?
No, because the movie was horrible.
I remember.
You think that you would like it. If you go back and watch it, you're going to hate that movie. I promise you will hate it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Look, I don't think I have a Dennis Quaid movie.
He plays someone that you think he's famous because he's in a ton of films. But they're never they're B plus A minus films.
I mean, I'm going through it right now. The only movie that I think I can be yeah, he was great in was he played Doc Holliday in the Wyatt Earp movie. It's been a while, but I do remember that. Any Given Sunday, yeah, okay, yeah.
The Rookie, I remember him from.
The Rookie, I fell asleep in.
Oh man, I can't
The Alamo sucked.
It sucked so bad. I just have this picture. Maybe again, he.
Oh yeah, he was in G.I. Joe, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He's just
You're right. Why do we like Dennis Quaid?
I don't know, but he's this. They're oh, Dennis Quaid. I just have this strong memory of my mom, just just adults as a kid and them talking about Dennis Quaid. Oh, Dennis Quaid is in the movie, blah 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 blah, and I'm oh, okay, well, yeah, whatever.
I think it's mainly.
But I think.
Maybe his fame is just tied to the fact that in the 90s he was married to Meg Ryan.
Ooh,
is that why?
Maybe it was Meg. Everybody focused on Meg Ryan, and he was just along for the ride.
He was just. Yeah, right.
I mean,
Right along for it.
probably. I'm just. It'd be really. I don't know. He's not like a terrible. He's not like terrible.
No.
I always think he does a great performance. But like the entirety of the film is never like, oh yeah, I want to watch that film again.
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap.
That's what it is.
That's
why I like. But I just love The Parent Trap.
Dude.
I will go on record. The Parent Trap, 1998.
Legendary.
Lindsay Lohan. Incredible movie.
We watched it for movie night several years, or like earlier this year. Literally, no, last summer. My kids watched it religiously, and it is so good, dude. The cinematography in it, absolutely love The Parent Trap. If they ever tried to do a remake of that film, I would be pissed.
Well, I mean, why not? It's already a remake of an original.
No, I know,
but
that movie, I just don't think you can, like, it was so good.
I mean, we've talked about it. Nancy Meyers, dude. She's
fantastic.
She's great. That's why we like Dennis Quaid. It's because of The Parent Trap. That's
And he's
the only
great.
reason. He's phenomenal in it. Everyone
so-
in that movie is phenomenal.
So phenomenal. Also, just that film alone, the way they give me the whole background. Sorry, we're digressing into. We obviously do not want to talk about this.
Timestamps below if you want to skip all of this and want to hear us talk about The Day After Tomorrow.
Listen, if you want to just subscribe to our movie club and listen to the post show, you're welcome. No, let's Dennis Quaid. Why the day? What is it about The Day After Tomorrow that at this time it was like this was the disaster film of disaster films for like
Was it?
I remember this film being like the film that everyone was like, I would never want to be in The Day After Tomorrow. It was like I would go on record to say 3 years of my life where it was always like somehow this film was like talked about all the time in some capacity. I don't know if it's because girls love Jake Gyllenhaal and they just like were obsessed with him, or if it was just like the like global warming was like trying to be talked about, right? Like it was like this weird film that was a disaster film, but also like a political like a tool to try to like bring up global warming that like I don't know. I don't know what it was. But in my recollection of my memory, I'm not saying it's great, but that's what I remember. It's like everyone and their dog, when they were talking about disaster films or whatever, like this film was like always talked about as like, oh, we got like this movie. And I did not like it.
This movie sucks. This movie sucks. Look at me in the camera. This movie sucks. Okay, I hated every second of watching this. Every second of it. I am not holding back. I hated this movie,
Dude.
And I have not seen this in probably 20 years.
The first, I think the like last 10 minutes, but literally, if you look at this entirety of the film, the first two halves, I'm like, what the pants? What is this? This feels like it was written by AI.
Ouch.
What is wrong?
I think I'm not a disaster movie guy.
Listen.
Is that what it is?
No, because there are moments in this film that you're like, this should be better.
No. Let me tell you my favorite part of this movie. The credits start, okay, at the beginning. The beginning credits. Okay?
Awesome.
And you have like the credits, and where are we in Antarctica?
We're doing a flyover.
Yeah, we're doing flyover credits
of the
reflection of
I know.
the credits.
I was actually thinking,
I love that.
I was actually thinking, I'm like, oh, how did they do this? I think they'd have to do a mask, and then because I actually played it back because I was like, okay, so they do a title, they probably duplicate that, do some sort of mask, then link the layered mask to the title, and then do the fade so that you get the reflection portion of it.
Yeah.
There might be some other thing. I think it might be easier now because I could do a depth map in Resolve, have that play over, and that would cause some of the reflection there. Anyways.
My favorite part of the movie. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I hated his movie. But those opening credits and the reflection looked really nice. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'm liking this. And then the movie starts and I'm just like, oh my gosh. This movie blows, dude. It's boring. I don't care for any of the characters. The whole plot of like the Earth freezing over in a period of what's the timeline here in this movie?
I don't know,
Weeks,
dude.
days? I'm not sure.
At some point, no, it was supposed to be like several weeks, and the next thing you know, it's like 3 days.
No, but then like I swear at some point like someone says like we've been here for like a week or
Dude, I don't know, dude. The timeline sucks. It's horrendous. I mean, from the start of the storms to him getting his son, I think is like legit like 4 days.
Well, yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That was one thing. That was a huge gripe for me. I was like, what the heck? You know, also, I absolutely, like, why did they just talk to the vice president for like half of it? And then, like, the president shows up and the vice president's an idiot? Why? Why would they? And not only that, but whoever's the guy who is like, hey, I'm not going to try to stop you, but we need one thing from you. We need you to brief the president. That guy doesn't care.
No,
dude,
he doesn't.
He's like, dude, the sooner this guy goes out into the wild, he's dead. I'm free of a freaking thorn. I think I actually realized that I don't know if I had actually ever seen this movie from beginning to end, like without stopping.
Really? Because look, on our first episode of this month, you said, "Oh yeah, I like the day after tomorrow."
Yeah, but you know what I realized is because I never. I think that ultimately is I'd never seen it from beginning to end, like through. All I remember is watching this freaking a bajillion times on TBS, and then like, TNT or whatever.
Yeah.
Like during the months of what's the worst month? February or whatever month that they don't know what to put on the television at the time. This movie was always on. When I say that, we say that a lot in this podcast. But I'm telling you, I without a doubt, there was like 2 months every year that you could flip on at 7 p.m. and day after tomorrow was playing. And dude, all I remember every single time, like I remember a little bit of the beginning, but honestly, all I remember is ever is all the moments of him discussing the world. The helicopters freezing. Yeah. And then his buddy, I've been watching you back for 20 years.
Frank.
I'm
so mad about that
cutting scene. The line. Oh, tell me why.
Look, let me give a quick synopsis for those of you that haven't seen this movie. Good for you. When a climate scientist discovers that melting polar ice is disrupting ocean currents, the world is suddenly thrown into chaos as superstorms, tsunamis, and a new ice age emerge with terrifying speed. The film follows a group of characters trying to survive, including a father racing against time to rescue his son trapped in a frozen New York City. I hated the Frank scene because the movie doesn't commit to us seeing him fall and die.
Dude, they don't commit to a lot.
I just like, if you want me to have this like emotional payoff, show me. Commit to it. And just like he cuts it and like we just see Dennis's like reaction through the glass, right? He's not even like seeing him. It's just through glass. And I was so annoyed. I was already annoyed up to this point in this movie. Yeah. And then like you pull a stunt, like you do something like that. I'm just like, come on, man, just commit to it. Like, let me see him fall and like hit, or at least show me like the aftermath of him like laying on the ground. Yeah. It I don't know. It just annoyed me. But going back to your question as to like why was this the disaster movie at the time? I think early 2000s you have so much talk about global warming. Dick Cheney is just talking about this constantly here in the States. Yes, global warming is a real thing, people. But like I think this movie, like
here in Salt Lake, it's constantly on the freaking docket because the Great Salt Lake is drying up.
Yeah. But like this movie just like drills it a little bit. It becomes a bit heavy-handed almost.
I feel watching it again as an adult, understanding the like trying to understand the gravity of what some of the stuff is, right? It feels like some lobbyist is trying to make a point, but can never make it.
We talk about this often. when we watch movies, there's a level that we have to suspend disbelief to a certain point, right? Like if we're constantly criticizing story elements, story plot points, we're never going to fully enjoy a movie.
Right.
This movie, however, you want to depict what an ice age would look like, what an event that could occur over thousands of years could look like, and you decide to do it all in a period of like a couple hours.
Yeah.
I just can't quite fully commit to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you look at movies and you're like, oh, maybe they should have rewritten it this other way or changed something to like better have that flow of that narrative. This is one of those movies where I just think it would have been better if they hadn't made it, period. Like, there's nothing you can do here to fix this movie other than just don't make it. I strongly hate this movie now. I thought I hated Armageddon. I think I hate this more.
At least Armageddon has some good moments.
At least Armageddon makes me cry, right? This just pissed me off the entire time. I was so bored. But I struggle with how the movie's structured. We're constantly introduced to new people.
This is honestly, I think, where I think there's two big flaws in this film. It's the structure of the film, followed by no motivating driving force. You could say, you're like, well, Sam is stuck in New York. Of course he's quote unquote a father who's going to go save his son. This guy has been researcher. The constant back and forth of like him not being there despite loving his family. I'm not saying, as you know, I'm a father who's busy. We're here. I have a brand new baby home. We're doing a podcast. Yeah. I understand what it means to like try to do something that you love or that you're passionate about. It's not like it's a sacrifice. Like this isn't like we have discussions.
Yeah.
But this film does not lay a solid enough. It's literally being held on by a string of hair that with the blowing of someone's candles will be broken. There is no substance at all.
Nothing.
For me to believe that his dad's going to go. His mom carrying the sick kid to go save her son, way more believable.
That's another thing I did not like about this movie. So much had forgotten about this movie.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The moment they introduced the kid with cancer, I was upset because I know you're not gonna kill him off.
No,
you're not gonna kill him off. So for me, immediately, there is no suspense there. There is no tension. Like, I know that this kid is going to survive. I know.
So why even have him? Yeah.
And it's it's frustrating because Celia Ward is an incredible actress, and she just isn't given anything to do here.
No, she shows up like she's super annoyed, and then they have this moment like, our son is stuck in New York.
Yeah,
but then at the same time, it's like she's a whole completely different character in some subplot that doesn't even exist. As a doctor with the sick kid. You're not, it's like they're like two separate people, separate storylines. And you also have the political line of like, this should have been a bigger deal and blah, blah, blah. Like and them trying to get through to like the government officials in the United States. No, like, why not make this some kind of global thing of meteorologists in two different parts of the world trying to help their leaders, and then to come together and try to like blah, 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 blah.
But they tried to do that with Ian Holm, right? Somewhere in England. North Ireland or wherever he is. But like look, I wrote in my notes, my personal notes, we're 20 minutes into this movie. We've been introduced to Jack, Ian Holm's character, and his team, Sam, the wife, some random guy in Tokyo being yelled at by his wife, the astronauts in space, another...
Yeah, who somehow is
and
connected.
Sam's friends on the airplane. We are introduced to like 7 different like characters within 19 minutes of this movie.
Yeah. But
like, there's no real like thread to tie them all together. Now, as someone who absolutely loves Independence Day and thinks it's a masterpiece of a film. Okay, pure cinema.
This is where I was going. Okay, I'm glad
right.
to bring this up.
Something that Roland Emmerich does really well in that is you're constantly introducing those first like 15 minutes. We're being introduced to so many characters.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Both in LA, in the White House.
Yes.
Right? But we find a way to thread them all together.
To a singular moment.
Yes.
That then...
in like the second act of the movie.
Yes.
We get nothing like that. Now, my issue is like, did he try to like replicate that like story thread like he did in Independence Day? But it doesn't work. And I think he goes on to I can't remember the movie 2012, another Roland Emmerich movie.
I don't think I've ever seen 2012.
Oh no,
No.
I remember.
It was in my blip.
I think he attempts to do something like that there again. Maybe, I don't know. But like, it's just, we have so many characters. There's no real, you mentioned, Jack wanting to go save Sam, but like that emotional, heavy quotes here, emotional
Heavy.
impact of the movie isn't introduced until like the end of the second act.
I mean, it's not that it's introduced. It's not that it does introduce at that moment. It's like the middle of the second act. But the problem is he doesn't do anything about it until the end, at the start of the third act, because that's when he like all of the stuff with like the storm.
I think this movie would have played better if in the first act, if at the beginning of the movie we get like flashbacks into like the world falling into this stone age or this ice age, and this movie becomes more of a survival movie.
Yeah.
Rather than a disaster movie.
Yeah. So I'm like, is this film just a film to like highlight special effects? Like there's a lot of special effects in here, and it was. I mean, ILM does it.
And look, I love seeing New York get hit by a wall of water. I love that. It looks decent.
It still holds up.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of stuff in here, there are moments in here in this film that like hold up.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
I actually was surprised how well it held up. I was like, I remember. It's still as good as I kind of remember. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think you can make a film. Like it's been free. I think I've only seen it half of San Andreas. Have you seen with The Rock?
With The Rock? Yeah, I've seen it.
Is that one worse than this?
I didn't like that one either.
I mean, yeah. I'm like, my thing is like, are some of these disaster films only just like somebody's like wish to make random CG stuff? You know what I mean? Like the throughput, the amount of effort that they introduce us to, the amount of characters is like akin to the level of a Sorkin episode of The West Wing. Okay. Yet none of the professionalism of dialogue or even like level of connection, like the rising stakes continue to rise. Mm-hmm. Therefore,
yeah.
Maybe what's they say then, or there's no then. There's always therefore this happens, therefore this happens. There's no then so and so has to do this.
Okay.
Therefore, this happens. There's no like looping back to like move the engine. It's just rising, and you just get like quote unquote a happy ending, but all of it feels like freaking empty calories.
I'm more interested in what happens after this movie.
100%.
That's the movie I want.
Yeah.
Like, how does the world like
come back
after this event, right? That's the movie that I want to see.
Yeah.
Look, I want to talk a little bit about the characters, whatever these characters are.
Who is the best character
Here?
Yeah, what's your opinion? Who of all the characters we have? Okay, let's name them.
Look, I don't know. Maybe just Dennis Quaid's character, Jack Hall.
No,
he's not the best.
Does he do well? Yes. Is he the best character in this film? No. You know who the best character is?
Who?
The freaking vice president. Because he at least he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick. Okay, yeah.
And he continually puts roadblocks. He's like he keeps dismissing things in front of the own president.
Yeah.
He has more lines than the president. He ends up becoming the president and have to deal with the ramification. He feels like great deep remorse.
Has to admit to his own
faults,
but learns from it. You're right. He has the most growth. Wow. This movie just came into a whole new light for me. I might go back and watch it now with that in mind.
I remember, like, I'm like, oh, this dude, I hate this guy. From the first scene with him, like, getting brought in, and it's not just that. I think it's the prep work with the black character, who's Dennis Quaid's like boss, like I said, trying to get him to, he needs budget for the blah blah blah. They have initial meetings, then they go to the vice president. Like, all of that feels way more. That's like the only good, like, to me, that's the only good part leading up to the vice president, who you want to hate, because you're like, dude,
yeah,
why would you not listen to a professional? And it feels so much better now, honestly, because you look at the situation, you're like, wow, this is government.
Yeah, I mean, he's portrayed as a skeptic, and his delayed actions have massive consequences, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. I think, and we can talk a little bit about, some of the quote unquote
Ian Holm,
themes.
right? I think is who plays him.
No,
sorry, Kenneth Walsh.
Yes,
as Vice President Becker.
I mean, the film obviously heavily dramatizes the consequences of ignoring environmental changes, right?
Yes.
And the VP is that personification of everything wrong with institutions, governments, politicians,
right,
that continue to deny these changes happening in our world, right?
Correct.
And so, like, his character growth as being the roadblock, the stumbling block in any action happening, to then seeing him at the end giving his little speech and having that remorse, like you mentioned. I think he is the best character. Yeah, you're right. I like that. Thank you for pointing that out.
Honestly,
this movie should have focused on that.
See, this is what I think. Now I'm talking because I'm like, look, Jake Gyllenhaal. This solidifies Jake Gyllenhaal as like a dreamboat for, like, not dreamboat, like he is like a young up and comer, like,
yeah. Prior to this, he's doing a lot of indie work, right?
Yeah.
This is also post Donnie Darko. And then this is the phase where he then decides to do big mega hits, right?
Yes.
This Prince of Persia.
Oh, that's so bad.
And then he decides to go back to doing indie stuff.
Nightcrawler.
And then now he's back to doing some bigger stuff. Like, he's had this roller coaster of a career. But this is that point where he's dipping his toes for the first time in big budget movies.
Correct. And it kind of sucks for him. For this, like, he has this big win here. He goes to Prince of Persia, and it just tanks so hard for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, Disney, you messed up, because that's a Disney film, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Disney film. I don't remember anything in it because I was dating a girl who made out the whole time at the drive-in theater.
Yayo. But yeah, I mean, I think I think The Day of Tomorrow is the movie. It's his first big budget movie that he gets into. And his character and Emmy Rossum's character, that whole plot line,
it's horrible, dude. So bad.
I do not want to sit down for 2 hours and 20, however long this movie is, to see two kids sitting in a library the entire movie.
Dude,
boring.
Not only that, but he doesn't even he likes this girl but doesn't do anything. I think his friend, this is Brian Parks, which is R.J. Smith, who he's way more of an interesting character. I would have loved to have him be the main character, and him trying to egg on Sam of dude, you need to go talk to.
You then also introduce the
other
guy from the other school, right?
Yeah.
And so you almost want to introduce like a love triangle, this like little conflict, but then the guy goes out of his way. He's worried about his brother in Philadelphia, but he stops and goes out of his way to say, Sam, just tell her how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, dude.
Yeah, dude, no way.
Like, way to like introduce the potential of conflict, but then do nothing about it.
Absolutely nothing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And then they sit around in the library the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Hate it.
I also think like he's supposed to be some sort of like brilliant guy.
Yeah, I'm annoyed, dude. Follow the instructions on the test, okay? Don't be a dick by like, oh, I did all the, I failed because I solved all the problems, in my head. I didn't write out the solution. Come on, dude. That's just basic human like just follow the instructions. Like, yeah, I would have failed you too. Like, just show your work. Don't be this kid who's like, oh, I can do it all in my head.
Yeah, I'm too good for this.
No. Like, and his dad being like, oh, I'll call the school and get it all resolved. No, if I was his dad, I'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's just basic human existence. Show your work. Follow instructions. If it tells you to do instruction, I'm very heated about this very small plot element of this movie. Ugh. Oh, I didn't show he failed because I'm too smart. No, come on.
Tell me how you really feel.
Gosh. Show your work.
Dude, I always remember, I just thought like when he's like, well, did you tell him that? Yeah. And he's like trying to like have a proud dad moment. No.
Yeah. No.
Like, okay, dude, if you like, son, let me tell you this, that scene should have happened, okay? So I'm gonna call your school. You're gonna play Jake Gyllenhaal, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna call your school.
Okay, Dad.
Listen, we're gonna get everything squared away. What happened?
Oh, I just did all the work in my head.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
Well, he failed me and said I had to show my work.
Listen, son, I don't care how smart you are. You're smarter than all the other kids in the school. Just show them how smart you are by writing out the answers in a way that makes them feel dumb.
You're too nice. You're too nice. I would have if my child had said that, I'm like, are you kidding me? Just show the work. That's just basic math. Like homework.
You were doing this. Listen, son, you've been doing this since you were 3 years old.
Just show your work in life, in work, post high school. When you're given an instruction to do something, just do it.
Just do it. That's it. That's the end of the pod. Thank you for listening to this episode. Life lesson right there. Show your work.
Show your work. Look, I don't care for the Sam and Laura love interest there.
It's not good.
It's not good. It feels just kind of like, because there's so much happening and there's so many characters, you don't give them anything to do.
Yeah.
Right. And other than just sit there and wait for the coal to hit them. Like it's such lazy like screenplay writing.
Look, I think this film this should be remade as a 3-season limited show.
Typical Danny, wanting everything into a TV show.
Absolutely. But you could listen. The first season, okay, you could do BBC style, right? Make every episode like an hour and a half long. Episode 1 is the Jack Hall and his environmentalist and blah blah blah, raising stakes. Episode 2 is Vice President getting additional reports, trying to figure out whatever is happening. Like nonchalant, he's got this other person. You have a little bit of flashback, the Jack Hall's character. The rising stakes of a military op to go see what's going on. They all die.
Okay.
President gets involved. They have to then figure out and do the third episode is them trying to figure out if they're going to leave the States or what to do. Second season, 3 episodes again. It's the aftermath. Kids, it flashes. The first episode is a little bit of a flashback towards the storm in New York City. It's a survival. They're just trying to survive.
Okay.
They finally get some support from the military comes. They finish whatever. They come back, save their things. Maybe it's just 2 seasons. Call it good.
Dude, no. I am not tuning into this. No, it's just...
No.
No. Look, I want to talk a little bit about some of the cinematic styles here. Roland Emmerich, famous for obviously putting the world at risk in a lot of his movies. We've talked about the CGI work here and how it continues to like hold pretty well. Is this his best like depiction of destruction? Oh, you haven't seen 2012.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Did you see 10,000 BC?
The trailer.
The trailer. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Listen.
Independence Day Resurgence, the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, dude, I saw like one time when it first came out.
I fell asleep during that movie, dude. The movie sucked.
I mean, I probably fell asleep too. I mean, I can't remember. I remember watching it. Do I remember? I was like, yeah. I remember. I mean, there's no way it's gonna. It never topping Independence Day. They were just trying to cash in on some extra money off the namesake. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Listen, I don't know.
Godzilla?
Yeah.
1998 Godzilla?
Yeah.
Did you like that one?
Yeah. Are you asking me about his destruction? Listen.
I'm asking you what
film outside of this one has a better depiction, or what other of his films
of his films is the best depiction of disaster? Obviously, Independence Day. But outside of Independence Day.
Yeah. Listen, I've seen the trailer for 2012. They had some good stuff there too. That's more world, like, because this one has a lot of shots of the world, like outside space looking at the Earth, and then there's like the whole like ice. They has a lot of like world shots. Did they have a lot of world shots in 2012?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know. You know what's another great story or movie better than this? Or what would be a better movie than this? The Story of the Astronauts.
That's what
I would rather watch that too.
Yeah,
just astronauts like trying to like help send data back to Earth, losing contact with mission control.
The whole storyline. He's like what? He's Jack's friend or something.
Who? Ian Holm.
No, the astronaut that's up in space.
No, they're not. No, remember there's the one girl who works for NASA.
Yeah.
And she's like, right. I think you are onto something. He's like, follow me, walk, or we're gonna work together, right? And then she's getting all the data from.
But I think the astronaut was supposed to come home.
They were supposed to come home, but they're like,
you have to be.
You're delayed because weather isn't good.
Yeah. So that's my thing. I was like, what if it was from the astronaut? It'd be the astronaut trying to come home. His wife's waiting for him. Next thing you know, there's a big disaster, and he's the one up there like watching from far, can't do anything about it, and not getting any information. That'd be a nightmare.
That would be a nightmare.
Not be able to know if you're like.
And then one of the
also
one of the other astronauts like starts going crazy.
Yeah, he has to murder him. See, way better already. Also the dad who sent his wife off with his like 1-year-old kid stuck in the Ireland.
Oh
thing
yeah,
too. Also,
this movie.
Listen. Guys,
what's your favorite? I guess any standout moments. I wrote a couple here, right? The tsunami hitting New York, the flash freeze. I want to talk about. Oh my gosh, dude! I forgot about those CGI wolves. I forgot about them, and it isn't until that one scene where like, oh no, the wolves got out, and I was like, oh, that's right. There's in the third act.
Yes,
there's a whole moment here with the wolves.
You know what?
Hated it.
Dude, my favorite part of that is the camera op being the wolf and having to drag the guy.
Oh,
you're like trying to pull up that shot. It's so funny.
I hated the wolves. Hated that whole sequence. Also, why the choice the choice to like personify cold here in this movie? Like they're running back inside and like the freeze is coming in. And it's just like it's like you're trying to build tension and suspense, and I'm just kind of like, ugh. And then close the door. Closing the door isn't gonna stop.
I know.
What are you doing? I hate this movie. Ugh.
This movie, it's so bad.
We are not coming back to disaster movies in a while.
My favorite part is like global warming and everything's gonna freeze.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the science on that is sound. Like, I didn't go and try to research this crap.
No.
I finished the movie. I'm like, oh, thank goodness this is done. This film, the only reason I truly believe the only reason why this is there is because we didn't have the internet, like that we have today. This film would have tanked.
I don't even know what more to talk about this movie. I hate it.
We hit 50 minutes. Let's call it.
Let's call it.
Listen, if this is your favorite disaster film,
This is no one's favorite disaster film.
but if it is, please rewatch it and really ask yourself, do I know what cinema feels like? And sit with that for a moment and ask yourself, is it really a plot here?
Ask yourself, why do you watch movies? Why do you watch movies?
If you're an executive and you're listening to this podcast, because all executives listen to our podcast, ask yourself, do I really need to make another disaster film?
Have we had one this year? Have we had like a famous or a good one? Oh, did I just not see Amazon do yet another remake of War of the Worlds with is it with who is it with? And it's all done. Have you seen this trailer?
No, dude. No.
With Ice Cube, dude. And it's a movie. The movie just takes place on on a computer screen.
Oh, that's right.
And he's cutting back between windows of like
yeah. And then I saw this on Threads of somebody saying like, they're like, someone was saying something like, no, Modern Family did it better.
Yeah, Modern Family did an episode of like that, where it's all on a computer.
Skype?
Yeah, on a Skype call. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's on a Zoom call the entire time.
You know what the best disaster film would be? Would be Skype getting the shaft and seeing that Zoom wrecked them, even though they were first. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode where we just hated it on this film. The Day After Tomorrow will never be watched again in my household.
Never again.
And luckily, we don't have reruns. So be sure to subscribe to wherever you get your podcast. And if you did like this episode, leave us a comment or a review, or throw all the hate at us because it makes us famous.
Look, I am genuinely like interested. Like, what do you think about The Day of Tomorrow? Do you like this movie? Where does it rank, and why does it rank in whatever rank you give it? Let me know. You can always connect with us through our newsletter at realchums.com/newsletter, and reach out to me on Instagram and Threads at Marstrosity, MARZTROSITY.
And me at Rubio.tv.
Lastly, if you enjoy what we do and want to support us, you can also head over to realchums.com. That's REELCHUMS.com, where you can donate as little as $1 or whatever you can spare to help keep the show ad-free. Thank you again to everyone who's donated. We really, truly, deeply appreciate it.
Absolutely. Join us next week as we finish up our disaster films with Deep Impact, where humanity faces extinction from above and has to decide who gets saved, who gets left behind, and how we say goodbye.
I'm excited to watch this.
Me too.
I've only seen it once, and I liked it back then.
Yeah. Let's find out if you still like it.
Because so far,
it's not looking great. See you guys in the next one.
Later.